Okay, so this is where we left off. Now let's try to create something with the Tailwind CSS. So what I'm going to do here is I'll create a fresh copy of just a new file. Let's call it a style.css. Okay. Now on this file, we're going to write our default styling in case we will need to get default styling. So with that, we are going to connect that here as well. That means our link CSS. We're going to connect to CSS, the public folder slash CSS slash our style.css. Okay, if we need to. So with this, what I'm going to do first and foremost, let's see. From the Tailwind documentation, you can come to components, and you see some of the components that they've created. You can see the classes they used, and maybe try some things out yourself. Okay, you see buttons, you see cards, and forms, and a lot of that. Okay, but the comprehensive documentation, you go to the documentation tab, and you scroll down your right sidebar. You're going to see how they are categorized. Like getting started, they talk about installation and release notes, upcoming changes, and the rest. But where I would advise you start from this utility first if you're studying it. Utility first, and when you come to utility first, you see like this is an example component they made. Okay, so they made an example component here, and this is how it will look like if you are to write the style yourself. Okay, and this is what they achieved using the Tailwind classes. Okay, so what we're going to do here now is just to look at some of the classes, like a container. Let's see, you have a class container just like your Bootstrap, and they have different breakpoints for it as well, just like this. So if we look at the usage, we see container class set maximum width for an element that matches the mean width. Okay, to match the mean width. So let's just say we have a file, a div, okay, and with a class width full. Okay, the width full simply indicates that it is a 100% width. Okay, maybe we'll have some background bg color, bg blue, then you add some shading to it. Like if I say bg blue 100, okay, let's say I have something on it, let's say hello, let's see how it looks like. Okay, so you see bg blue 100. So if I increase the shading, let's say bg blue 500, you see I'll get more blue here. Okay, I can also keep on increasing, let's say 900, and this is what I'll have if I use 900. Okay, so with this, let me just say I'll make it 700, and I'll make this text white. Okay, and this will automatically make the text white for me. I think something is wrong. Okay, text white. Okay, might be as a result of my browser. Let's see, let me inspect what's going on my browser. Okay, this is my div, and I said test white, but you can see, as you can see here, let me make it big. My browser still do not see those changes I made. Okay, so what I will simply do here, I'll try clear my cache a little bit, then try refresh again. It's still not here. So, and it's advisable as a developer, you should have at least 4 different browsers in case of situations like this. Okay, so what I will simply do now, I will take it from my Firefox and launch it in Chrome and see. Okay, so we can as well inspect this in Chrome. Okay, to see actually even Chrome to not see this. So what could be the problem? Let's see. Okay, the problem is that I have not saved my file. Okay, so I'll simply save this, and voila, there we have it. Okay, so sorry about that, mistake is from me. Okay, so, and let's say we have this now. We want to, let me just keep this in autosave to avoid that mistake again. So let's say I'll need a container inside. So I'll simply say div.container. So under div.container, I'll put my div here, another div, or let me just put the hello here. Better still, I'll keep another div here where I'll have an image. Okay, where I'll have an image. Okay, so okay, so here in this part, I'm going to give the container a background so that we'll see how it looks like. Let's say background red 500. Okay, and let's see what it look like. Okay, you see background 500, and you see the container. Container has a maximum width that is limited to a particular width. So what we're going to do here now is to add some classes to make it go to the center. So we'll simply say margin X auto. That means margin right and margin left auto. So this will automatically place the container at the center of our page. So after that, we can pad it a little bit. Let's say padding, we can just do around padding -4. That means padding top, bottom, right, and left 4. Okay. So with this, we can just remove the color. Okay. And this is what we have. Okay. So what I'm going to do here now is that I'm going to bring some images. Let's say okay. Let me just take this images into the shows test, and I create a folder here. Img. Okay. So what I'll do here now is, first and foremost, I'll link an image as my icon on the public folder /img/this. And here I'll link this guy from this. Okay. So with this, I'll have this. So I'll have to apply some of the classes to restrict the image size. So let's say I put a class here and I say height 6. This will restrict the height of the image. Okay, let's say the 6 is too small. You can say 12. Okay, so make it 12. I think we're good with that. Okay, so we can still add something, let's say class to the body if we want to, and we can give it something like bg blue, let's say 900. Okay, so let's see how it looks like. Yeah, I think it's okay. So after this, let's say we want to create something else. Let's say div here that will hold the content of our website. That means the other part apart from the header. Okay, let me just say change here to header element so that we understand while reading our code, you know that okay, that is the header. So the next thing I'm going to do here, I'm going to say bg white, okay, dot shadow as the shadow class. Then also I'm going to add width LG to it. Okay, and I'll add the rounded class as well. Okay, so I just put some padding on it so that we'll see it as B6, and we'll do something like hello or testing. Okay, so let's see how it looks like. Okay, so what we're going to do is we'll still give it a container so that we'll restrict it. Okay, so or better still, we'll do maximum width 12. Let's see how it looks like. I think maximum width LG also. Okay, LG, not really. CSS. Okay, so these are different things. So we just have to come to the documentation and see how. So this is maximum width. We can simply just say, for instance, I want to take this and see how it looks like. Okay, Okay, so I think with this we're good. So we'll simply say margin X auto as well. So let's take it to the center. Then margin top, we're going to give it some margin top. Let's say 4. Okay. So with this is just a simple interface that we'll just put together using the Tailwind CSS. Okay. So I'm going to put a link below this video for a complete design of what I'm trying to build here. Okay, so I think this is the last clip. I'm going to talk about CSS. You can read more on the Tailwind CSS from the documentation and how to use some of them, some of the classes here. Okay, so that's it. So we'll focus on the main aspect of writing our API call, JavaScript that will make API call using the ASUS and our uh, core functionalities which should be served by jQuery. Okay, so that's it for this clip.